Alright guys, welcome back to the channel today. Hope everybody's doing well. I got something pretty cool, pretty exciting today. Just a really quick video. A fellow subscriber reached out to us. He's been following the channel for a little bit, I think, and he reached out to us on Facebook, and he's got a cool little item that he actually has produced himself, so made right here in the USA, and he's thinking about going to market with them. So we're going to review it and see what you guys think about it. Like, full disclosure, he's not paying me. He just sent this to me to install. And if you stay to the end of the video, I'm thinking about doing a giveaway for it. And I might like to keep it. I don't know. But I'm thinking about doing a giveaway. I'll go over with you guys and we'll talk about how the best way to go about getting it if we do a giveaway on it. Probably do like a link to Instagram or something like that. But stay to the end of the video. We'll talk about it. So let's go over it here, get it on here, and see what it's all about. See what we think about it, and I'll let you guys know. Keep you posted on what he says about if he's going to mass produce them or what he's going to do. But this, from what I see so far, this is really nice. Let's see how it fits. So it's going to be a front rack for the T-Dub, and this is it. It's actually just 3 pieces. Looks like some really nice aluminum. He's milled out here. Looks really good. It's really lightweight. These are the side pieces. This is going to be the top piece. This is the hardware. So from what I can tell, for this particular hardware, it's really nice. It's stainless. Looks like an Allen, 4mm Allen, and a 13mm. We got a couple of spacers, 6 washers, and 6 nylock nuts. And the instructions are pretty cut and dry. It just really wants you to make sure that you install the spacer in the correct spot and support the suspension so it doesn't fall. So that's no big deal at all. I got a couple tricks I'm going to show you guys. For long as the bite, we're going to need a 10mm and a 12mm, which is T-Dub, right? So anyway, I got this hose clamp here, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do with it. So I've got the bike supported, as you guys have seen, I'm sure, before. If you follow the channel, I've got this little jack table that works really good. But I've kind of got some light pressure on the front tire here on the ground, so we want this our shocks and struts to stay in the right position, you know, for height. So what we can do here, and things I've done in the past when I needed to take something loose, we can put this hose clamp right here, right around, and tighten it up right here. And this will hold that from falling down. Now, of course, it could fall up, but the cool thing about it is if it does come up, we'll have exactly the spot where we started out. So we're going to do one side at a time. I'm going to get the side pieces on, and then we'll do the top piece, and we'll check it out. But it looks pretty cut and dry. We just don't really want our suspension to move. Now, I will say that if I was a smart fella, I would probably do all this because this thing needs steering head bearings. These steering head bearings in these bikes are kind of like a bicycle. They're just roller ball bearing, really kind of wimpy. And for the kind of riding we do, we're going to swap it over to the All Balls Racing tapered ball bearing or tapered roller bearing. And I should be doing that while I take all this off, but we'll do that later. 8mm here, and I'm going to snug this down really good. Let's snug this down really good. This is just kind of a little, what I would call redneck engineering. But the good thing is you could mark it with a Sharpie and put it right back. But the good thing, this is going to keep this from going down. And if it slides up because we got too much pressure on the tire, we'll know exactly where to put it back. Because from the factory, that's set up pretty good for the rake on the bike, and we don't really need it any lower or higher. So, all right, so we're going to have a 10mm clamp bolt here. It says in the instructions you can keep this or use the supplied one. And then we'll need to take these two 12s out here, move this reflector. So let's do that. All right, let's take a little 3/8 ratchet in our 10 here. Let's get this one out first. Top clamp bolt. Okay. All right, let's get these out right here. I like my little reflectors, but you can't keep a bike stock forever. Okay, so this is going to turn just like this, and we're going to slide it over our turn signal. Shoot, I think that might work. It may kind of tweak that bracket just a little. Well, that ain't going to hurt nothing. But I thought about maybe right here fixing me a little bracket one day and putting some little LED fog lights right here, because I have that switch panel so what we're going to do, let's just snug these up, and then we're going to get our little spacer. Let's get in here where you guys can see. So here's our little 1/4 inch spacer that he sent with it, like so. And I'm going to use this bolt that he supplied. It's nice and stainless, looks good. Now, I think what I'm going to do, you kind of want to get everything on and loose, but I'm going to snug before you tighten anything down. It's just the way I've always done it. But I think I'm going to snug these just a little bit so that nothing goes anywhere. And then if we have to, we can loosen it back later, because he's left a little bit of play in these bolt holes, which is great. Just so far, this is fitting really nice. Alright, so these don't have to be super crazy tight. This is just clamps that hold your suspension, probably 15 or 20 foot-pounds at the most. So let's get that snugged up there good. And that can't go anywhere really. And I'm going to leave that top one loose, and that way we can put that top cover on it. I think there's enough play in it anyway. Him and ProCycle are actually the only companies that have reached out to me that from America, with American-made products, which I really appreciate. Alright, so we got that tightened up on there. That can't go anywhere. Let's get this other side on quick. And it's not 100% necessary to put this reflector back on, but it's kind of cool to have, I guess. Like we said before, you just slip this hole right over that. I'm going to go ahead and put this spacer on in the bolt first. It makes it a lot easier than fighting around it like I did on the other side. Live and learn, right? Okay. Tell you what, he's got it milled out just about perfect. That's a no problem fit right there, guys. Now, something you could do if you wanted. You know what? It's actually a better idea. And that might be why, which I would assume these are probably for a bungee cord here. But we could actually mount our reflector right to that, and it wouldn't put this in such of a bind. That's a good idea. Let's take that back off, because this is a pretty cool little item. This would be great to carry like a cooler or another little, put a tank bag on there and get it up out of your way. This is cool. Alright, let's save this for later, and I'll fix the other side the same way. I don't like it all bowed around there. Plus it spaces that out, and he doesn't have it really machined to space out. So let's do it like we should do it. This is raw footage. We're not going to edit it. So not going to cut all this out. You guys can follow right along with us. And I'm just going to barely snug these a little so nothing goes anywhere. Okay. Alright, now I still have these top ones just a little loose, so we'll get a little bit of play in this. This top plate here is really nice and heavy. Looks like he's even give us a complimentary bottle opener. Awesome. All right, so we got 6 button head Allen screws here, Allen bolts. Let's put all those in. Fits really good, man. That's perfectly drilled. Look at there. All right, let's get that tightened down. That looks pretty good. Kind of gives it that utilitarian look, doesn't it? I like it. I like the raw aluminum too. All right, let's get those. We got some washers and nuts. Really, really simple little rack. I'm sure there's a whole lot of time went into it versus time it takes to install it. These are 4mm Allens and 11mm nuts. And you know me, I'm going to be using the power tools. I do it for a living, so you don't have to if you don't want to. Alright, so these are 13s. Let's get them snugged up. And just like he said in the directions, you don't really have to get crazy tight with these. These are a real good clamping bolt. And you just want it good and snug. You don't want to break any ears off of your triple tree or anything like that. Make sure we got those good and snug. And these factory bolts are plenty long enough to retain. Good call on that. They're anodized too from the factory, so you don't have to really worry about those. And I went over the little button head Allens by hand, and they're good and tight. So that fits really good, man. Really sturdy. Yeah, I'm impressed with that. That looks really good on there. Like I said, it has that good old utilitarian look. Let's add the reflectors back. Pull this little bracket off here. I'm going to turn this little nipple forward so that will help us locate it. And it has a flange headed nut, so that's good. We'll hold it good and level here and snug her down. And looks like I'm going to need to do a video for you guys on how to replace these. These are getting torn. Look here. Now that's just terrible, ain't it? I didn't just now notice that. About time for those. Alright, let's get our other reflector on. Like it was made for it, isn't it? Look there. That looks good. Alright guys, so I'm really impressed with this. As I said, I'm not being paid. This fella just reached out to me and wanted to know if I might want this to give us a shot. Really fits really good. Put the factory reflectors back on. This is a little tackle box that I had that's probably going to work perfect. I just stuck it up there and that's perfect. This would be great for a soft pack cooler, a tool roll, tackle box for going fishing. It's really nice. It's going to be nice, utilitarian, do its thing. You know, this. I'm really impressed with this, and I really appreciate this fella for letting us try it out and see what we think about it. And I actually think I'm going to keep it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out to him and see if I can get another one for you guys. to give away because I really like it. I know I said at the first of the video if you stick around, so I'm gonna hold true on the promise. Let's see if I can get another one from him. And if I can, we'll give it away. If I can't, we'll still give this one away. But I think I could really use this. I really like to keep this bike as light as I can because sometimes I ride it by myself. I need to be able to pick it up. And I've about wore out my back and shoulders, so I need something light. But this material is high-grade aluminum. It's really sturdy, but still really lightweight. And this is going to be a really nice place probably to mount my, I'll show you guys. This is going to be about as good as it gets about mounting these little fog lights. We could make some brackets. We could even, there's all kinds of options, but I kind of want to put them on there like this so we could make some brackets, or we could just mount them straight to it down here where the reflectors are. Just about any kind of. So there's tons of options. I'd kind of like to, I mean, something like anything really, but I'd kind of like to put them like this or maybe like this and make some brackets for it. But as you can see, there's tons of mounting points. That's going to be nice. It's going to be really easy to do. And, you know, I've got the ProCycle dash here, which is really awesome. If you guys need any switches and charger, it comes with all this. Actually, I replaced this charger for a USB-C one. But this switch here is free. This one's for my heated hand grips. But this is free, and I could wire that in where that worked on low beam or high beam or just a standalone switch. But anyway, I'm really impressed with this. I'm gonna find out from him if there's a link for you guys to go get your own, and I'm gonna get us one to give away. And what I'll do is I'll do a community post, so keep an eye on that. And on the community tab for the YouTube page here, I'll do a community post, and I'll post. You guys can just comment on that community post maybe. I'll do a post on it here in a little before too long. And I'll get you guys to comment on there, and we'll do random.org and pick a winner. So, but this is really nice. Everybody that needs to carry a little bit of things could really benefit from this. I can't say enough good about how it fit. I didn't have to tweak, bang, file, drill. It went right on there. It's quality. So, all right, guys, you guys stick around for the next one. We're gonna try. It's perfect weather right now. I've had a lot of work going on. I've had some doctor appointments and all that junk, and hadn't been able to do much. The daughter's playing volleyball, which you don't want to really miss her game. She won't be little forever. So, it's time to get on the trail though and camp some more. I want to get you guys some good footage. We'll take the other bikes out as well. But the T-Dub is quickly becoming a very good favorite bike of mine. I still love the little CTs. You know, guys, I know a lot of you guys follow the channel because of the CT, and it's still here, and we're still riding it. But man, the little T-Dub when I'm out by myself really does some good climbing, and I'm really happy with the bike. It's carrying all my gear really easy. And I tell you what, I had it in a spot the other day that I just knew that it wasn't gonna make it up. I don't know why. I just felt like there's no way it's got enough traction. And that big back tire and that low first gear, it went right up it like nothing. So proud of that. But all right, guys, enough rambling. You guys stick around for the next one. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. We're like, what was it last time? It's 6,200 and change maybe or something like that. So that's awesome. And the channel's growing really great, and we appreciate all you guys for hanging around with us and watching our videos and listening to me yak. So come back for the next one. If you hadn't subbed to the channel and you like the content, make sure you go down there and do that. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when a new video comes out. And also make sure, if you like what you see, hit that like button. Thanks, guys.